Hello everybody and welcome back to my project where I'm going to be planting a number of trees. So this is what the field looks like after it's been cut with the topper. This is a few weeks after, and if we zoom in you can see at the far end there's a number of trees, and what I'm going to do is basically extend that area. So this is the area, and well, it's not a very big area, this section. It does go further out into the grass section, but I really want to just fill this up a bit with a number of trees first. It's going to be a variety of different trees, which I'll come on to in a minute. First of all though, I just need to clear this area to make it a bit easier to actually plant the trees, and also to give them a bit more air and space. Okay, that's better. It's now time to start planting the trees. So the same approach as doing the hedge. Nice deep hole, nothing too big, and then all we have to do is choose a tree and drop it into there, ensuring all the roots are actually in the hole and they're deep enough as well to take root. Then just heel and toe it back in. That's the tree in. Obviously now it needs to have a guard and possibly a tie and a stake as well. So what I've got over here is actually a box full of everything. I've got many guards here. The only disadvantage with this, of course, is the plastic that has to be used, but they do have to be guarded really, and some ties. So with all this, it's going to be, hopefully, a very healthy tree, protected tree, and it should grow very well. There are different types of guards as well. I've gone for the perforated ones. It really doesn't matter which ones you go for, they're all good. These are actually the cheap guards. There's some really big, high quality ones too. I've also got some stakes. These are in the form of bamboo canes, because these are going to be perfectly good enough for these bare rooted trees. So, here it is. Here is the willow. This is a white willow, which I've put in here. It's a bit of an awkward shape actually. Most of the other trees are just one stem. But when it's like this, there's two stems, you could actually trim off one of them, but I'm going to keep them both. After all, this is supposed to be for nature, it wants to be quite dense. That's the guard on. Now I can put the stake in, and if it needs to have a tie, it can have a tie, but actually these trees don't really need a tie. The problem with the ground here is it's actually fairly solid, so it's quite hard to get the bamboo cane in. All done. So it has got a tie on it, but of course this tie can be detensioned or maybe even tensioned if it needs to be over a period of time, but as it grows it'll probably be taken off or slackened off a bit. So this is the field now all of the white willows are in. This is just the white willows. There are other varieties as well to go in. I'm going to show you those in a minute or two. But already when these grow, because these do grow fairly quickly and fairly big, it's going to really bulk out. Now the next one we're going to put in is actually some Norway spruce, and these are obviously Christmas trees. There are a number of other things in here too. We've got some oak, and there's not many oak actually. A lot of silver birch here. I do like silver birch, and fairly fast growing as well, which is nice. And I think really with the willow and the silver birch it's going to become quite dense. Here is the area from another angle. You can see the area I'm going to cover here. Okay, so next up is the silver birch. As you can see, it's written on here. So there are, I think it's 50 to 100 of these. Let's get them planted. It's always nice to get a decent day for doing this kind of job. Obviously it has to be done in the winter months mostly, November to April. Sometimes you can get away with doing it in May, but yeah, obviously I'm doing it in March here. So that's the silver birch going in, one of them at least. It is quite a strenuous job over time. Planting one tree is dead easy. Times it by 250, starts to get a little bit tough, but it's all for good fun. Just the same as before, now the tree is in, we need to have a stake and we need to have a guard. So I'm going to put these around the tree now. And well, these are a little bit tricky as well actually, because the silver birch are fairly bushy. As they grow, it does tend to be just one trunk, but they can have a multiple number of lower branches as well. So there is the guard round it. and finally the stake. To be honest, I think they probably would have been okay without a guard, but you really should be guarding new trees, just to give them some help. That's another one done, another one to strike off the list of trees to plant. So all it needs now is a tie, and then obviously that'll be done. And well, hopefully we get some decent rain soon as well to get these growing. There's the tie. Try not to strangle it too much. I can come and slacken it over time if I need to. So that is all of the white willow and all of the silver birch in the ground. All that's left now is some oak, and of course the Christmas trees, which are probably going to be around the sides, more of a border. Because actually Christmas trees are very unstable. They grow very tall and they blow over very easily due to the very shallow roots. Anyway, there we go, all done. That is everything planted. You can see a few Christmas trees in the middle here. Wasn't going to put too many in, there's actually 50 in total. The majority are actually to the sides. The area in the middle here, in the middle of the field, is all for the deciduous trees. So that is all looking, to me, very good. This is going to obviously be a long-term project. I'm going to keep you updated as to how they're going. The first update actually should be fairly soon, hopefully April, May time. And then after that it'll be probably an annual update, I suppose, because there's not going to be that much of a change as they're trees. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.